Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're speaking with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel.
Hello.
I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. May I have your name?
Shauna Lloyd.
Okay, Shauna.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say the whole thing. Oh, well.
Where are you from?
Bucks County, Lake Percy. It's really little.
Okay. How old are you?
39.
All right, you're young. What brought you out here to Kensington?
Kensington's like its own little weird country where things are just oddly different. And my boyfriend of 17 years has like warrants in 3 different places and he's still not in jail. So, ooh.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Is he still up here with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But we're trying to get into a shelter. We're going to go Tuesday because I'm pregnant, so.
Oh, you're pregnant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many months?
Almost 5.
Almost 5. Wow. Is this going to be your first?
Yeah.
Now, what brings you out here to Kensington? Oh, you just say your boyfriend?
No, we came together because we did drugs and it was a lot easier to be right here where they are as opposed to driving 45 minutes and getting in high-speed chases every time we go because of his license plate being scanned. And, you know, that's crazy.
Oh, sorry to hear about all that. What kind of drugs are you addicted to? What type of drugs are you addicted to?
I do dope and crack.
And how often would you say?
Since my 6th hospital stay last week, my addiction has like gone down a lot. I went from using, I would say, I don't know how many bundles, but I would say bundles. But now I'm just doing like a few bags.
Few bags daily?
Yeah, maybe like 4 or 5. Sometimes more if I can't shoot it and I have to smoke it.
You say you had 6 hospital visits?
Uh-huh.
For the baby?
For the baby, I don't have any wounds, but I got this thing called MRSA bacteremia. It's a blood infection. And apparently you can get it, and it's running rampant through Kensington now. You can get it from touching something and then eating, and I don't know. It's just so scary. And now I just constantly antibacterialize my hands constantly. Because that was, I mean, I would throw up, and I would smoke and shoot and do as much as I could. And like, I really don't want to use. I really think about being sober all the time. That's why we went to Prevention Point. I just don't know all the things that are offered. But I would throw up constantly until I would throw up blood. And it would be real bad. And I'd have to call the ambulance. And I'd do it 6 times. Hence the 6 states.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned some stuff in there, and that's why we went to Prevention Point.
Were
I
they
just got
able?
Suboxone yesterday.
Try Suboxone yesterday?
But I'm really scared to take it. She told me to take 4 films in 12 hours, and that'll give me no precip for the fentanyl. But the bags are so tranky that the trank withdrawal could kill me. And they said I can't not use. I have to use because I'm pregnant. But not drugs. I can be on methadone or Suboxone. But I have to be on something. I can't just stop because it's too chaotic on my body.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, Shauna. You're using all these substances, and it just makes me think about the baby. What did the hospital say about the baby?
They said the baby is actually very healthy, moves a lot constantly, which I'm surprised about because, I mean, it's really hard. It's not like I want to use, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just struggling.
Right.
But, you know, we weren't together as much. Now we're together again. So maybe that'll help.
You and your boyfriend?
I've used significantly less. Both substances.
How are you managing to afford these substances?
I guess I do what most girls do, but I try to like not have to go through with it as much as possible, which gets me hurt sometimes.
Working these street corners?
Yep.
What's it like?
Um, well, I was a stripper for a while, so unfortunately, like I don't know, mentally, it's not very difficult. It doesn't really bother me, but it bothers other people. I don't know, like it should bother me, but I mean, what I'm doing is bad. That bothers me. So I don't know.
How
I
much
think it
money
all
are
goes
you?
together.
How much money are you managing to make daily?
I mean, whatever I need. If
All
I
right.
need, I take care of him. So, I make enough so we can both do what we need to do or want to do. And then we have to get in another place. I was renting a room because I can't be outside like
Okay.
most people. Um, so lately we've been paying $30 to stay somewhere nightly until he sells his car so we can rent a room for like rent an apartment for like a year. And hopefully within that year, it's maybe not possible, but I hope it is, get clean so we can keep it.
Where's your boyfriend at now? Do you guys normally split up like this?
Only when I need to make money,
Only when it's you got,
obviously, yeah.
okay, okay, I understand. And you said it's not difficult for you to make money out here.
Not usually. Now that I'm pregnant and I'm getting bigger, it's a little bit harder because I don't look the way I looked. So it's a little bit more difficult. It's kind of easy.
What's your plans for after having a baby?
I'd like to keep the baby, but I have no idea how to be a mom, so I really need a lot of help. Told the doctor, I told Prevention Point, I told any caseworker or anybody that will listen that I really want the help. So now that I'm not very sick, which I wish I would have been able to take advantage of the hospital, but I just couldn't seem to stay because they couldn't get me well quick enough, unfortunately.
Well, have you reached out to your family? Maybe they can help you take care of the baby.
My mom blew her brains out. She's gone. My dad's
Oh,
gone. My brother's got Asperger's and doesn't talk to me. My aunt and uncle really don't talk to me. And my grandmother's 94, and I don't like to bother her. So I gotta do it myself.
I'm so sorry for you, Shauna.
I don't get it. I've gotten it before. I've had over 3 years. So I know I can do it.
How about the loved ones that are in your corner? You think if they seen this interview, you think they'll reach out to you, try to help you?
I don't know. Probably not. But
Does everyone know your circumstance as far as you being out here in Kensington?
I don't think so. I have
I
family
don't know
that
yet.
lives, like, I think in South Philadelphia. So, and like parts of Jersey that are close to Philly. So I don't know. Maybe they would if they knew. But, my family's like old school Italian. They don't really talk about stuff like that.
Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months, Shauna?
Oh my God, I hope clean. Because obviously I'm going to have a baby. If I'm clean, they won't take the baby from me. I mean, they just told me what happens. So, like, they'll take the baby if you have opiates in your system and you're not on a program. And it sounds so terrible. So,
Do you ever plan on like, you know, you plan on stop doing the dates and stuff like that?
oh
That's
my
what it's
God,
called,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. I have a great resume. I have I've had very good jobs. The only problem will be getting a job due to the lack of work in between my last job and me getting a job whenever I try to get one. That'll be the difficult part, the time in between and explaining it.
How were you introduced to drugs?
My father was a heroin addict, and he used to take me down here when I was a child. And we used to climb through bando windows, and I used to wait. Sometimes I would be touched inappropriately because he'd be knotted out. And I had the body of a woman at a young age. And that's when I knew about drugs. And
Oh
then I
my
did my
God.
first drug when I was 14. And it was very, very relaxing. I wasn't anxious anymore, and it just made me feel better.
It was the dope?
No, actually, it was ecstasy.
Ecstasy.
Like real ecstasy. I don't think they have it anymore because whatever they have now is garbage. It doesn't work the same. I'm just saying. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm just being serious.
And I'm sorry to bring it up again. You said you were taken advantage of, and your father passed out.
Yeah. And then he died when I was 12 of an overdose.
You ever heal from that trauma?
No, I ended up getting molested again. Because my mom would have these young boys come stay with us. Like she was trying to help them. Never women, but young men, like young teenage men. And we only had 2 rooms, her and my dad's room, and me and my brother's room. It was just weird. That I think about it now. I don't really know.
I feel for you, Shauna. I really do.
Thank you.
It hurts. It hurts to hear your story because I never would suspect this just from meeting you.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but I mean, a lot of people have a very similar story to me.
Right.
You know, it's like just a different face, a little bit different story, you know?
Yeah. I can feel your pain though. Just it hurts. So you say you had a lot of good jobs though. That's what I like to hear. Are you religious at all?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I just can't feel the connection when I'm on drugs. It's like blocked or something.
Okay. And what's your higher power?
God.
Okay. All right. What advice would you give the youth out here ripping and running the streets following in your same footsteps?
I think they shouldn't try to grow up so fast. And really, like, since they see what's going on around them, really be mindful of it. Since they know already, it's horrible that they know. It's horrible.
Do you think this place will ever change? Kensington, Philadelphia?
It's doing a really good job. I mean, I think the other side, like by Huntington, they shut, like where there were drug dealers, there aren't. We were just over there to go to the welfare office, and I tried to get a bag. I couldn't even find anybody anywhere. So, I mean, hopefully she can do that over here. I know they're trying.
They're trying, right?
Yeah. I got arrested, and I heard them talking about it when I was in the back of the car. How the cops are really trying to clear certain blocks off, like Jasper and everything like that.
Okay, does the baby have you motivated to get your life on track?
A lot more than I was, yeah, definitely. Because I really didn't have any motivation.
I had no motivation at
That
all.
sounds bad, but I just didn't, you know?
And have you attempted to get clean at all? I know you made attempts recently, but before the baby?
4 times in the last 5 years.
4 times in the last 5 years, huh? And how many days did you get sober? You get some time sober?
I think like maybe a week if I ever made it 7 days.
What worked for you? Did anything work for you?
What works for me? Well, when I got clean before, it was heroin. It wasn't whatever this is. This is different. So like you can die withdrawing from it, but I went to jail and then I went to rehab and I had so much time away and they, made sure I was, well, which most jails don't make sure you're okay. People are dying in it, And and then I had to go to meetings. I had to be on nothing. I ate really well. I didn't stop eating sugar. I didn't take anything. I didn't take even an aspirin. Went to meetings. I was a stripper at that time, but I didn't do anything unsavory. I just danced. That was it.
And how long did you strip for?
No, maybe like 6. No, maybe like 10 years.
How'd you get introduced?
Honestly, I asked my mom. My mom was a dancer. And she said I'd make good money. It was the recession. I made amazing money. And it was really great to make that kind of money and have the kind of time that I had to live my life and be sober. Like work 4 hours, make the money I would need to pay like bills or rent and, have 4 days off. And, I went to the gym and I just...
You living life, huh?
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Gotta get back to it, man.
Yeah,
Gotta get back to it.
it was hard.
Does your boy?
It takes time. He kind of messed me up last time. Not his fault. My fault. When you start to love anything more than your higher power, that emptiness inside you that faith fills, it gets empty again. It sounds weird, but it does.
Does he have any motivation to get clean at all? Or is
Honestly,
it?
I don't know.
Y'all ever talk about it? Y'all ever had them conversations?
I tell him every day. That's why he went to Prevention Point yesterday and talked to the caseworker for me, so we could go somewhere. And he said we'll get housing together because of the baby.
For the baby, do it for the baby. That's both of y'all motivation. Got to.
Yeah.
And if he don't do it, you do it.
Right. It's hard, but
It's very hard, but
maybe like when the baby's physically here, because it seems a little hard to think about being without him right now.
bringing her into this life, she gonna need you. She gonna need you. But Shauna, I'd like to thank you for your time. I ain't gonna beat you down too long.
Okay. It's fine.
You've been a wonderful interviewee for me. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, USA Fox here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.